Dear students, today we will see algorithm analysis and what that analyzation means. Solving the problem of an algorithm with different approaches. Okay, different available approaches. We will call it as a analyzation of algorithm. Okay. It also means to check for the best algorithm. If there are different approaches, we will try to find out which is the best approach by using different methods. And that concept we will see today. Analyzation of an algorithm is performed in two phases. First one, prior estimate and posterior estimate. First one, prior estimate. It is concerned with theoretical mathematical calculation that uses asymptotic notations for its representation. Prior estimate. Prior estimate, as the name only suggests. So it will be in the first priority. Prior estimate. First priority means first we will take this first step and we will try to find out the best solution, maybe by using different theoretical mathematical methods, okay, for the problems. That is called as prior estimate. Maybe the algorithmic solution may be the first step, this prior estimate. Posterior estimate. It is concerned with writing a program and therefore depends on operating system, compiler, etc. Posterior estimate. After the prior estimate, that means when the algorithm is ready and we have selected one good approach of algorithm, then we will go for writing the program. And while writing a program, okay, only the taking the best approach is not enough. After taking the best approach, you have to think about which operating system is best and which compiler is best to write a program. Even we have to see the compiler speed and the operating system approaches. That is the second one. So, analyzation of algorithm contains two phases. First one, prior estimate, and second one, posterior estimate. Okay, prior means the first time we will take, afterwards posterior estimate. That's why prior means first priority, posterior means after the prior. Next concept is running time analysis. The running time of an algorithm for particular input based upon the number of operations executed. The running time analysis of an algorithm is find out, or we will try to find out by using number of inputs, okay, for the required operations. The greater the number of operations performed, the longer the running time of an algorithm. If the number of steps or number of operations are more, it will take more time to execute that program. That means the time complexity may be more. So, running time analysis means try to find out the number of operations required for the particular operation. Maybe you have taken 10 approaches to solve the problem. For each approach, how much time it is taking, that we will try to find out. That is called as running time analysis. When a user writes a program, he is concerned about the resource requirement of the program. When user writes a new program, he'll try to find out resource requirement, what all things are needed. That maybe we can call it as a raw material for the program. Algorithm analysis is of three things. First one, determination of time. amount of memory utilized, and other resources by the system to execute a particular task. Okay, algorithm analysis of three parts: determination of time, how much time it is taking, how much memory it is using, and other resources. Okay, that means input, output, okay, other resources by the system to execute a particular task, okay, in the supporting part. Running time analysis increases the execution time, that is number of computational steps of an algorithm, depending on the increase in its input size, that we have to remember. Maybe sometime, for example, what happens, for each operation, maybe you will take different variables. Then each time when you are declaring one variable, it is taking more memory. That means it's using more resources. That should be avoided. Okay, that may be one problem. Sometime maybe you will take A is equal to A plus B. That means the equal to is one operator, plus is another operator. There are two operators. You are using ALU maybe two times. That means the processor has to approach ALU maybe two times to work done for the A is equal to A plus B. Instead of that, if you take A plus equal to B, then there will be only one assignment operator. Then the processor will approach ALU only once, and that makes the difference. And these type of approaches, we'll call it as a running time analysis. It increases the execution time of an algorithm. Consider the input size denoted as n. Input size, how many number of input you are taking, that we will take it as a n, and then the running time of that problem is function fn. So commonly when we analyze the problem, these concepts are considered. Okay, input size is n and the running time of that problem is function fn. Then how we will measure that running time of an algorithm? By using these many steps. First step is computing primary function. Primary functions are instructions with fixed implementation time. Instructions with fixed implementation time. When you are using assignment operator, it is having fixed time. When you are using plus, it is having fixed time. And primary functions are instruction with fixed implementation time. These instruction includes A. Assignment of variables to objects. Assignment of variables to objects. Second one, B. Performing arithmetic operations like addition of numbers, subtraction of numbers, etc. C. Comparing two numbers, maybe by using if statement. You are comparing two numbers. Defining a function. Maybe you have defined one user defined function, maybe to find out the square root, maybe to find out a addition of two numbers, maybe for some purpose. That is when you define one function and calling that function in the main program. All these are called as computing primary functions. Instructions with fixed implementation time. There are four concepts: assignments, arithmetic operations, comparisons, and definition of function and call of function. Second one is computing operation of input size n. Computing operation of input size n. That is growth rate represented in algorithm as function fn. As I said earlier, input size is n and that is represented as function fn. Okay, that is the second part. Next, in the comparison of algorithms, okay, we will take care of the following things. Algorithms are compared based on its time complexity and space complexity. How much time it takes, how much memory space it takes. That means it depends upon the speed of that program and memory space of that program, how much resources it is taking. Both the things are dependent on the algorithm. Algorithms with better time complexity and less memory space is better algorithm. That means we will try to find out space complexity and time complexity of each approach, and some approaches are with higher time or higher space, some approaches are with lower time, lower space. Then which is better? Which is with lower time and lower space, and that is called as better algorithm. Performance analysis of an algorithm depends upon two factors, that is space complexity and time complexity. And remember, space complexity is nothing but the amount of memory space required by an algorithm to run to complete one specific task. And time complexity, the amount of time required by an algorithm to run to complete the given task. Number of step count taken by an algorithm to complete its task calculates time complexity of an algorithm. Okay. Now, amount of memory space decides space complexity. Then number of operations or number of steps taken by the algorithm decides the time complexity. In this analyzation process, there may be, as I said, space complexity and time complexity. And space complexity depends upon the memory, time complexity depends upon the speed. Now, there are three types of step count when you are giving or when you are doing this time analysis and space analysis. First one, best case. When we can say that the algorithm is of best case. The best case step count is the minimum number of steps executed for given parameters. If there are given inputs are there, for the given input, if it takes minimum number of steps to perform the operation or to give the result, then we will call it as that is a best case scenario. B, worst case. The worst case step count, the maximum number of steps executed for given parameters or input. If it takes maximum number of steps, then we will call it as it is a worst case scenario. C, average case. The average case step count, the average number of steps executed for given parameter. There are three types of step counts when we are doing analyzation of algorithm. So in this class, we have seen analyzation of algorithm. Okay. So which are the parameters to analyze the problem. In the next class, we will see the growth rate of this analyzation process. Okay. Thank you, students. God bless you.